Hey there, this is Mark Tenlow with an update on my life. Big news of 2020 is that I will be published in Quadrant. This is an Australian arts and social slash literary journal made popular and prestigious by the Australian poet Les Murray, although he's not the literary editor of this magazine anymore, he used to be. So my poem to be published in Quadrant will be called Observing a Girl Eating in the Library. So you can imagine what that would be like. In other news this week, it's interesting because I run the Save a Cow Foundation auction Facebook page. So you can find that by searching Facebook for Save a Cow Foundation auction. And I reported an infiltration because I believe that someone was impersonating my username and posting funny stuff there. But actually, latest evidence indicates that may have been our co-administrator, Anthony Walscott, who's also the manager of Save a Cow Foundation, who posted somewhat obstreperously or frivolously these messages, which I presumed were from an external invasive source. But actually, we later found out that Anthony was posting funny stuff, which was a little bit hilarious, a little bit frivolous. I don't know what you want to call it. And and he was the impersonator. So don't know what's going to happen to that in the future. That report that I made to I think it's acorn.org, which is the reporting site for cybercrime. Yeah, they probably won't do anything about it because the Acorn site is really, really slow and unresponsive. But if they do something about it, it's really complicated, and we have evidence to show that someone was trying to infiltrate our Facebook accounts and that sort of thing. So it was really quite complicated. Everything seems to be well sorted out, but I'm a little bit less motivated to work for the auction page because the posts and comments that we are making as a group are not particularly constructive. So we'll see how that goes. If you want to find out more about our page, just visit us on the Facebook site and learn more about us. Other news, Susie Longman, the Brisbane State Manager of the Big Issue, will be leaving, or has left today, officially. I don't know who her replacement is, but I'm hoping that it will be someone better than Susie, who I could get along with better than Susie. And whether it's a man or woman, I'm not sure. It's all very exciting, but hopefully it will be someone that is charismatic and inspirational and cooperative with everybody, and everybody likes him or her. Other news, I've actually received in the mail a copy of the Aliola Journal, which I subscribed to maybe more than 18 months ago and never received my second copy in the mail. I subscribed for 2 copies and I only received one until maybe a week ago when I received this in the mail. So I've been reading this journal. It's got poetry and artworks in it, and I actually find it a little bit estranging because some of the writing in this journal is a little bit I wouldn't call it substandard, but it's just obscure in some ways. I don't really find it pleasurable reading. I can try and read a little bit for you and see if you like it. I haven't read all of it yet, but how about this? Earth Seasoned by Pascal Louisant. Watch Earth in autumn, how they waltz in clouds of dandelions circling like fireflies. Winter spies and hovers above, too timid to land. Even the water's edges poke his heels, and the season's laughter pour rain on his head as autumn strips earth of her aqua shades. So there you go. That's a picture as well to accompany the poem. Yeah. So on Saturday, which is in the 2 days' time, I'll be auditioning for busking in Queen Street Mall area in Brisbane. So basically, I have to play a song for the judges, and if they think that I'm good enough to busk, they'll give me a permit to busk in the central areas of Brisbane. So if you don't know what my recorder playing is like, I suggest you have a listen to some of the videos on this channel that show my recorder playing. I'm going to play Consider Yourself from Oliver the musical, which is one of my favourite popular public songs to play because it's so catchy and such a nice song to play. In regards to cryptocurrency investments and gambling, which I've been doing, I've actually drawn out of two of my cryptocurrency investments, Ethereum and Litecoin. I've sold and cashed out on and lost about half my money on those. I've still got XRP, and I'm reading up on that and speculating on whether it's going to go up in 2020 or not. So these things are up in the air still, and whether I'm going to make money from my poor investments in the future are yet to be seen. But I'm still taking risks, but those risks that I'm taking are minimal. And the same thing with my other forms of investment / gambling. I'm taking minimal risk and not making very much at all. If I do make anything, it will be very little. But if I do lose anything, it will also be quite little as well. So that's the way life goes sometimes. I've been writing some short stories. One of the short stories that I wrote was called Good at Chess, which is about a man who plays chess and encourages other people to do the same and makes the world a better place because people are all playing chess and they're not worried with the state of the world outside of their chess games. So there's a moral to the story. It's kind of like an allegory of some kind, I suppose. Not a very good one, but passable as a children's story. I think if it was illustrated as a story, it would be quite nice to read. Other story I've been writing is called A Man Carrying a Bucket, which is about a man who goes down to the beach and starts building a sandcastle, a huge sandcastle, and digs a hole and stays in that castle. And I come over and give him food every day and let him stay in there and ask him to come out, but he doesn't come out. And then one day a woman comes down to the beach and digs a hole nearby, about maybe 10 meters away. She digs a hole and she digs under the ground, and they meets up with the man in his castle. And the last time I see them, they're off swimming in the ocean together. A happy ending. So that's basically the story. If you want to read the story proper, send me an email through my YouTube account about section, and I will send you the copy for free. So that's been my news for the last couple of weeks. I still haven't completed my tax returns yet. Still waiting to get help from one of my online friends to complete my tax return, which I haven't done yet for a couple of months. I don't think I'm going to go to jail for it, but at the same time, I'm still quite worried that I'm going to get confused by how to fill in the form and all that. So it's going to be a bit of a difficult procedure, more complicated than most people would imagine. I was told by my fellow Facebooker that it's a very simple process and you should never have to employ an accountant for it, but I'm a little bit more skeptical or cynical about it because there's some confusing questions on there. The paperwork itself is very, very confusing to get all the paperwork together. So I wish you well, and thanks for listening and watching my latest video. I will see you soon, and please listen to my latest musical compositions on YouTube. They're pretty good, and I hope you enjoy them as well. Bye for now.